Welcome to Just a Minute on Time Between Charts. Instead of plotting events over time, a time between chart serves to chart the time between events happening. It is a chart we use for rare events. So for example, if a team is looking at data collected on incidents of violence and find that these events are uncommon, it may mean there are a lot of days or weeks where there are zeros in the data. This is where we can use a time between chart. On the QI toolkit, find the tab named Time Between Run Chart. Within SPC charts, a time between chart is referred to as a T-chart. On the toolkit, we have built our time between chart as a run chart. Therefore, we do not have limits on our chart, and the center line is the median. We only have one column to input data. To create a time between chart, you only require the dates where the events happened. The chart uses the dates to calculate the number of days between each event. It is the number of days that is plotted. Let's see an example. X ward receives few readmissions, but are using this data as a balancing measure in work around reducing length of stay. Instead of plotting the number of readmissions weekly, which is often 0, they are entering the date when they receive a readmission. A time between chart is different to other run charts and SPC charts. On our x-axis, we no longer have a regular time series plotted. It is the dates the events happened. Our y-axis is the number of days between these events. We do not have a data point for our first date entered, as this is our starting point. If you want to add a baseline, remember, we only have dates for the actual events, so it will be counting those first 10 or 12 dates and not be a baseline of a set amount of time in days or weeks. On these charts, higher is better, as with the data we are collecting, we want there to be a longer amount of time between events. We have used a small visual to highlight this in the toolkit. Apart from these differences, it works the same as the other toolkit charts, highlighting any special cause variation and having the functionality to rephase if there is a shift in the data. If you have any questions about using the time between run chart, please do not hesitate to contact the QI team.